why is there so much to do? Shouldn't it be open shut? Boom, he did it. He admitted to it. Why do you think that there's so much extra going on? And whether or not he was there, whether or not he was the one, whether or not it was a explosive. The mic supposedly was an explosive. Why do you
Yeah.
think all these theories are coming out now? Why is it just not black and white, open shut? He did it. He confessed. We found the gun.
So if you watch the actual footage, and you've got to remember the camera footage, it's shot in frames, right? So
Mhm.
when you try to freeze it and then you get to next frame, there's a little section that's always missing, right? That's why you see something move from here to here. You miss the in between on everything's a frame, right? Nothing's
Right.
actually catching every single detail. But I seen a video the other day, and I've got it on here, and I'm not going to show it because it's graphic. Charlie sitting in the chair right when the gunshot goes off, and they say, "Oh, the microphone, which is on his right side up here, right, is where the
Mm-hmm.
microphone's at." And someone trying to say it exploded. Well, there's a couple problems with that. One, there's no explosion seen on camera. Nobody's seen an explosion. Not only that, when Charlie falls over, his shirt is not burnt. There's no hole in the right side of his shirt. There's nothing that shows an explosion. And when you slow the footage down, you see an opening in the left side of Charlie's neck turns red, where the bullet enters his neck. So you actually see red right here on his neck open up
Right.
in that frame. So the first wound that's ever seen on camera is here, and then you see the blood flowing out. So nothing is ever seen when he falls over. There's nothing ever on this right side from an explosion, right? There's no,
Right.
because if it's strong enough to go into the body, then it's what's it gonna do to a cotton shirt? So
Stain it immediately.
yeah, and plus, and that's another great point. There's no blood on the right side of his shirt when he falls over. All the footage of him,
Wasn't
it's
there
only on
something
the left
about
side.
also maybe not it being an explosion or explosive, but um, a projectile coming from his microphone? But see, that still doesn't make sense either because going from here, how does it hit that side?
Yeah, because it
And
hits
then
the
goes,
left side of his neck, clearly open. Right here, you can see
yeah,
the
and
wound
everything was over
open up.
here.
Yeah, and then the microphone is over here. So how does it? You know, that's some.
Yeah.
You know,
So yeah, I don't understand why they're just making so much other controversy go down with it. Like it's a government conspiracy, and
I'll
they keep
tell.
touched on
I'll tell you why.
it.
So first off, Charlie Kirk meant a lot to a lot of people. When someone in a position of power and stature gets taken out, the first thing you always look for is their enemies, right? Who wanted him dead, who didn't like him. Charlie Kirk had been speaking up against Israel, and there's a lot of people that's anti-Israel now, so they're thinking it's a big conspiracy. It sounds great, and you got people like Candace Owen, which is basically a vulture, trying to make money off this the entire time, and everybody who doesn't agree with her and tells a different story, like Frank Turek, she's like, he's a liar, he's making this up. I mean, he was standing right there when it happened. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to make up. And then they're like, oh, well, there's glass all in the vehicle. What is that from? They're like, oh, it's from his shirt. And I'm gonna do a video on that as well. They're like showing pictures of this tempered glass in the vehicle, right? And they're like, look at this. This is where they took his shirt off, and this is all the tempered glass that fell. I don't even know why tempered glass would fall out of a shirt. I mean, we seen him from the stage
Well,
from
tempered
this.
glass is supposed to not be in shards, essentially.
Right. And you look at it, it doesn't look like tempered glass at all. I mean, you know what tempered glass looks like. And we'll show it on here, but it doesn't look like tempered glass at all. They're just saying it's tempered glass. And not only that, what's so funny is they're like, they took his shirt off. That's where Charlie's torso would have been. So this is all the tempered glass that's falling off of him. And they think it's from a microphone, or I don't really know. But the funny thing is, when you're looking at the pictures, you can see blood stained on the seats. You can see blood stained on the side of the seat. But where all that tempered glass is at, you know what there's not? No blood. So if that blood was all over, or if that tempered glass was all over Charlie Kirk, as they're trying
Why
to
is there
do,
no blood?
there's no blood.
Yeah.
There's no blood on the supposed tempered, what they're calling tempered glass. There's no blood there. There's no blood in the carpet. I mean, if it was an explosion or a bullet, I mean, he's bleeding out. There's blood all over the seats. There's blood all over clothes. They talk about Frank Turk's covered him. Everybody's covered in blood, except for where this tempered glass is at. There's no blood. So
Right.
I mean, it sounds great. I mean, she's made millions of dollars off this, calling everybody a liar. One week it's this guy, next week it's this girl, coming after everybody. I think it's just sad. And I mean, as much as people want it to be some big conspiracy, man, I think it's just a psycho. That's why the defense has not brought
Yeah.
any of this up. I mean, they're going to trial just like everything else. There's no evidence for any of this for them to defend, and he's not a patsy. I mean, he's not working for the CIA or the FBI or the Israeli government or anything like that. He's just a kid